What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my layout. And in this update video, we're not going to be looking at model cars or anything like that for the most part today. We're going to be looking at the layout. I am working on some project cars, don't worry. I got plenty of rail cars coming, but I'm mostly focusing on getting some project cars done to sell. I mentioned in the last update that I'm working on making a fleet of cars specifically to sell, and I have a video coming behind this one here this next month in April talking about some of the cars that are going to be coming for sale. So don't worry about that. We'll talk about the actual models here later on. Today I'm going to get you guys caught up on the layout. I've been really busy with some different projects. But I have been lately coming back out here and trying to get some stuff done. I've been addressing some more issues, fixing more problems with some track work and some ballast work, addressing things as they come up. I have had some more ballast issues. Again, there's a section over here that's been really troublesome. I have some of the ballast cracking again, as you can see. So I'm having to come in here and do a little bit more repair. I did some repairs all in this section of the yard here recently, and inspected some stuff over here into this curve over here, which we'll talk about in a second. So there's just a number of little changes I'm working, and then I'm also going to update you guys on where the yard is right now, because I'm working technically going eastward. On the model railroad I'd be going north, because keep in mind this section of the model railroad is going west, this section of the model railroad is going east. This section of the model railroad would be going north, this section of the model railroad would be going south. It's flip-flopped, very confusing, but I'm modeling Fostoria, Ohio, for any of you who don't know. This is the CNO yard. The CNO yard would technically be over here. If this is the real-life B&O, the CNO would cross over here at F Tower, and the CNO yard would be going in this direction, true south. So everything's been flip-flopped in a weird way on this model railroad, but it's an interesting challenge in terms of switching, and it worked out okay. Anyways, I took a long break from the layout to kind of reevaluate some things and save up some money, and I ended up taking on some other projects. So I've been working on getting some drums out here, because I have a couple different drum kits. So I've been working on bringing some of my instruments out here, just because I like having different mental stimulations, different kits, and different stuff I can play with. You know, different stuff. It's just like the same reason like I have my insulators out here and stuff. I have all of my aspects to my hobbies that I enjoy kind of collected in this little room here. And it's really fun. I've been working on car parts too. I've been actually doing some painting, which is not something I normally do, but I do enjoy body work, and I'm actually working on a car right now for someone else. So I've been painting body trim pieces, so I've been taking a break doing a lot of this stuff. So I just kind of got to a point where I was working on stuff, and I decided I was ready to kind of come back out here, and this is where we now cut into the model railroad and where we're at out here. So I was talking about the first thing that I needed to address was some ballast issues. I started having some more ballast cracking and some issues that I had to address. So over here in the yard section, on the B&O yard, I had some ballast that I had to address and fix. So I came in here and did a little bit of touch-up work and just readdressed some little areas that needed some work. So I was just in here kind of playing around with some stuff, and then of course I started running some trains again. So I was actually enjoying doing some yard switching back in here. Putting a cut of trash cars out on the lead, and then some ballast cars that I'm working on. So I'm at this point where I'm being able to enjoy and see what a lot of my finished models look like on the layout. In particular, the trash operations are very important and very crucial on this model railroad. They're going to be one of the main switching ops on this layout, so to speak, aside from the other yard switching and other various tasks. The trash cars are crucial to this yard, so I've actually brought all my trash cars out here to the yard, staged them accordingly in the yard, prototypically how they would be staged in real life, or at least during the time periods that I was choosing to model. And I have them set up in different areas and different points, like on the B&O east siding here, the pickup point where they would be picking up the trash cars. You can see I got a nice long cut of cars sitting here in the yard, coupled up to one of my really nice SD40s there. Now I got a number of my engines still out here running. And also in this section there were some other areas of ballast that I had to address, some other little areas back around here that I was correcting and fixing. I got to fix this joint right here. I got to cut and separate the ballast at this joint here. Just make that a nice clean transition. That way I don't have this really annoying crumbling ballast separation. It just needs to be at this point a clean transition. It's what it is. It's still modular. So I just need to just clean that up a little bit. So there's still some things I got to tinker with out here, but I got plenty of ballast and plenty of materials. But like I said, it's really cool to have my model railroad out here. I am in the process of attempting to work on this. As I've mentioned a number of times now, I'm having issues with this corner, being that the track is bunched up and then the whole center module here has shrunk in and is warped in. And it's causing some really serious alignment issues on the track. If we take a look here, you guys can see how this track is lifted up and bent up. This is something we absolutely have to fix. So this has been a real problem trying to go back and address this. So I'm out here fixing all this right now. I'm about to get the new track in, and I'm going to undo the wiring, come out here, take this old track up, and then try to readjust and save what I can, and then readjust the road bed so that it's raised properly and level. Out here in the yard, this is the area I've been working on really hard lately. I've been reballasting this whole area, getting all this finished in preparation to get the actual yard office in place, and also finish all of the detailing along the little area along the C&O yard here. So there's a number of little areas that I'm still working on, and as you can see, I actually have a little bit more ballast cracking, which is not good. So there yet again, there's another project I'm going to have to fix. I can actually punch right through that if I want to, but in this case what I'm going to have to do is go back in here and add a little bit more glue and some 70% isopropyl alcohol to dilute this so I can get this fixed. But that's just something I'm dealing with right now, just with the harsh temperature changes. This is helping, but it still gets really cold very quickly, and you just gotta watch that. But anyways, I've been finishing the parking lot out here, been laying in a lot of line sign details, and I just recently got these Woodland Scenics poles. I just recently finished the ballasted crossover part for the yard section here for the yard leads, and then I laid this drip guard down in the yard as well on the main yard lead for the locomotives. They lay this rubber padding down to catch any kind of spillage, any kind of diesel fluids, oil, anything like that usually gets caught on this, and also the traction sand spills all over. So the real C&O yard has a section like this, so I did that with styrene, added that in, and then I added the street poles there. Now the idea that I'm going to have with the street poles is all these are going to be lit and wired, so as you can see I've maintained and kept all the poles for all the lighting. So all this is going to be the Just Plug lighting system. I hear that's pretty good, and it looks pretty easy to set up. So I'm going to have a whole lit yard back here where it's all going to be lit all the way through, and I'm going to get some lights installed on my yard office and back here so that I have the yard lead lit up, so I can have some really nice fun nighttime switching operations. I got to finish weathering my little parking lot here, do some detailing. And then over here in this section, I got to do some crates and some other line side details, like maintenance of waste storage, stuff like that needs to be along this little section. So there's some other details I got to work on. I'm kind of in a process of trying to find crates because I need little pallets and crates to put along here, because that's mostly what's actually stored in the C&O yard is crates of material. And the problem with HO crates is that they're honestly okay, but they're so small, and the ones in the real yard are pretty large. So I'm actually going to be getting O-scale 3D printed pallets, and I'm going to hope that that ends up working, that will give me the right size. But it's encouraging to come out here again as we look in this yard section here. You can see I got some cars laid out. I got some stuff just positioned in the different drop-off sidings, positioned here in the yard, where I can come out here, sit in my chair and look in the yard and see all these cars realistically parked in this poorly maintained yard section, be able to look at them, and it's literally like looking at the real C&O yard. This is exactly what you would see if you were sitting here in this yard, is these trash cars sitting here. So this is another one of those reasons why I brought these cars out here, not only to start doing some switching operations, but to be able to actually enjoy the track work and see what it's going to look like, the final product, as we start to conclude this project. It's really cool to see the car set up and be able to really get inspired on how I do my switching operations and set up my mainline operations and mix my yard operations into things. I got the old 903 985 positioned out here. It's waiting for an assignment, sitting in the C&O yard as well. But all this section here is a prime example of what everything's going to look like when it's done, with all the nice side details, all the nicely finished track work, clean polished rail, all the signaling, code line, grass work, ballast, everything is done. And this is what this section is turning into. All this is almost done in this part here. Everything in this section just needs final detailing, and then moving into this section, like I said, we just got to address these ballast issues here, where I've laid some new ballast and it's starting to crack because of the temperature and because of the lack of moisture. I didn't properly saturate the ballast here is what's going on, so I got to come back out here and fix that. But all this in the back is going to have to get sceniced up with the bushes and shrubs all the way around, as you can see. And then all this here, there's going to be a section of a grass field, and then there's going to be some pine trees over here, some other little details and stuff kind of running along the track. So that's what I have in mind for this entire section over here. So it's going to just be a little bit of gradual progression, little bits and chunks at a time as we go forward, and we're going to get to really start to see a lot of this progress. But I wanted to show you guys all this and what's coming for now. Like I said, as I go further, it's going to really start taking shape. Matter of fact, the next time you see the model railroad, most of this will probably be done, and the only thing that we'll have to do is this dreaded center module. But that's how close we are, and it's crazy, and I'm so thankful and so grateful that these last couple of years, you know, I built this thing starting in 2020, even though I was planning way back in 2018 and 2019 when I was living here in Findlay, that I wanted something out here, and to be able to see this stream kind of coming alive is really, really awesome. And it's just great to see trains operating. It's great to have my friends over and be able to see them enjoy this layout too. You know, it's honestly more fun than just me running the train sometimes. But anyways, yeah, it's coming along really good. I'm definitely anxious to get this intersection finished because this track work over here is just driving me crazy, absolutely driving me insane. I'm so ready to just rip this track up and be done with it because I used really crappy Code 100 for this section anyway, and then the height wasn't addressed the first time, so of course all the track bent and warped and spliced together, so that's going to be the next thing I got to address. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to come out here and show you guys a little bit of what's kind of going on and what's cooking. Aside from my actual model train projects, which are in the house, I've just been spending a lot of time out here and just re-entering into the layout aspect here and just getting things done and getting back into the cycle of things here. So one little bit at a time is starting to come along here. But I really want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'll keep posting pictures of my progress on my Facebook and Instagram page, of course, as I come along. I know I've been getting a lot of great feedback on there. And also watch out for the next video coming along here. It's going to be talking about some custom models that I have coming up that'll be for sale, that'll be going up on eBay. So you guys can stay tuned for that as well. But anyways, that's going to wrap this video up for now, guys, on this update. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe here on YouTube for more content to come, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Take care.